Teaching was something I did not want to do. I never wanted to like go to the classroom. That's because of the kind of person I am. I'm not somebody that likes routine. I am consistent. Having to wake up in the morning, by this time do the same thing. I feel life is boring that way. I want to wake up with new challenges and stuff for me. I don't want to wake up doing what I did yesterday. So I knew that teaching is not the right job for me. But after my NC, and I decided I was not going to teach until I gained admission to a college of education, training to be a teacher.
Obviously.
So I remember after my exam, my last final paper as a graduate. So my lecturer, while I was walking out of the exam hall, it was invigilating, just called me. I was like, what do you want to do after this? I did not know when it came up from my mind. I said, maybe I'll just teach. Because during my teaching practice, and I taught literature and I loved it. Writing used to be my hobby, but now writing is a job. So I have to like create something that is just purely for fun. Chess used to be a hobby. Chess is no longer a hobby. I have to just... So that was why I decided to go into swimming, so that I knew that this is just for fun.
Hi everyone, welcome to Starspod, and I remain your host, Temitope Karen. On today's episode of Starspod, we have a very young lady, talented lady at that. She's a chess coach, she's an educator, she's a poet, she's a writer. Just name it. She's a woman who wears, many coats, many feathers, many hats at that. Her name is Oluwakoya Maverick Marvellous. One thing that strikes me about Marvelous is that she mentioned that she's a chess coach. I was like, oh, are you the next Tunde Onokoya or something? And she just laughed because, today is the person that like just brought everybody's, let me say, most Nigerians eyes to coach. Let me put it like that, to chess rather. Everybody felt, oh, you can do this with chess, you can do that, you can do this. So I was like, oh, are you the next lady Tunde Onokoya? Yeah. So welcome with me today, Maverick Marvellous. So Maverick, describe yourself in 3 words.
Okay, I'd say intelligent, curious, and teachable.
Okay, I must say that you are intelligent because for you to, you mentioned that you are a chess coach.
Yes,
or you play chess.
Yes,
yeah, so I think chess has to do with calculation and all of that, and that's actually very, very nice. So let's take it back a bit. What motivated you into becoming an author?
Well, thinking about my writing life, I don't think one thing motivated me. Like, not honestly, it did not just happen. I'm like, oh, I think I need to write about it. No, it's just something I've always known to do as a child. I've been writing since I could talk.
Okay, so I think before you tell me why, maybe you just take us back to your childhood a bit.
Oh.
Then from there, just take me back to why you're writing.
Okay.
Why you wrote a book? Yes.
Okay. So, my childhood was weird. It was very, very weird, and I was where I learned right from time as early as possible that I am different. I don't exhibit the traits in quotes that normal children exhibit. So I just, and most of the time I'm not a quiet person, but I come across as a quiet person. If you give me the chance to talk, I will just go on.
I'll just keep going on.
Exactly.
Continue talking.
So I knew I had a lot of words in me, and my hobby was reading dictionary. I'm not that good though, please.
As a child, right?
Exactly. So I just wanted to learn new words. I used to carry a notebook around with strange words that I do not know. Most of the time I don't get around to checking it, but the notebook has to be with me. So I just know to write. And then I tell stories. Before I started writing, because my father's side, we are a very large family, like a very large. I have 10 uncles and aunts, and my cousins are up to 50.
That's large.
It's actually large. So then I am not the oldest cousin, but the ones I am older than, most of the time they just gather me around, like they gather around me rather, and tell me to tell them a story. and I noticed that I come up with intriguing, oral, whatever stories on the spot.
You've not thought about it, just give it to them as it is.
Yes, and I usually feel impressed with myself. So I decided one day to pen it down, and I decided to write a book when I was in primary 5. Those kind of book that you just take one of your notebook, fold it,
yes, you're an
use
author
broom
yourself.
as the binder.
I understand.
So I produced the book myself. I think I remember the title, Sunday and the Talking Stone. And I asked a classmate of mine to draw the cover page.
Yeah.
This blue biro and red biro, made it colorful. And I gave it to my teacher to read. And his comment said it was very good. And I do not remember the exact words, but I remember the impression it left on me. And I know I want to do this again. So I guess that was why I started writing.
You start writing.
Yes.
So prior to writing, what did you study in the university?
Yeah, I'm currently in university. I'm studying English and literature, but before this, I did my NCE, International College of Education at Jebu. I also studied English and literature.
Okay, so you are still in the part now.
Yes.
English and literary studies, and
Yes.
so that was like your motivation to become an author right from an early stage, right?
Yes.
So this particular, how many books have you written? How many books have you published? She said, it's like you cannot just count.
No, it's no. You know, when you say how many books have you written, how many books have you published? There are two
Published,
different
yes.
questions.
So, how many have you published?
I've published just one book, and
Okay.
that's Lost. And I was inspired to publish it, but not immediately. So I'm currently writing 2 books, and they are halfway through. So I did not want this book to be my first because it's a bit I don't want it to be the first book of mine
Thing you
out there.
put there.
Yeah, so there's a book I wrote in 2019, Lost. I decided to publish that first. So
Okay.
that's let me just use to know how the market is, get customers and
Yes.
clients, and so I decided to just put that out first. So before the next one come in.
So as a child, you already mentioned that you loved studying the dictionary. You were a special child. Let me put it like that. So what was it you wanted to become as a child? Was
Okay.
it like the author? Was he a part of what you wanted to become, or just something you picked on the way while growing up?
For as long, I told you my dad died when I was very young. I think at the age of 6. But before then, my dad called I and my brothers aside and said, "You, my other brother, you have to become an engineer." Faced me and said, "You talk too much, become a lawyer." Then faced my younger brother and
Like,
said,
it was just giving you guys what you have to become.
Exactly. And then it was like my younger brother should become a doctor. So I just had this mindset that whatever I was going to be in life, I was going to be a lawyer. But as a then, I knew that I wanted to talk. I wanted to be a motivational speaker to kids. And I also wanted to write. So I asked, can a lawyer be a writer and a motivational speaker? And he said yes. I was like, okay, I'm going to do all 3.
3, 1. Okay. Okay, so as an educator, tell me about your teaching career and how did it start? Because now you mentioned that all you wanted to do was, be a lawyer, be a motivational speaker, and then be a writer. So how did you come about teaching? How did you start, and how is it going?
Okay, that's loaded. How did I start my teaching career? Teaching was something I did not want to do. I never wanted to go to the classroom. That's because of the kind of person I am. I am not I'm not somebody that likes routine. I am consistent.
Okay.
I try to be consistent.
I understand.
But I do not like routine. I do not like having to wake up in the morning, by this time do the same thing. I feel life is boring that way. I want to wake up with new challenges and stuff for me. I don't want to wake up doing what I did yesterday.
You're going to the class, you're teaching the same thing you've been teaching for years.
I do not want to do that. So I knew that teaching is not the right job for me. But after my NC, how when people finish secondary school, especially in Nigeria, they go for teaching. My other brother did the same. And I was like, I don't think I want to teach. So after finishing secondary school, I went to go and learn artwork, how to print on shirt, flyers, make banners.
Okay, yes.
I learned how to do that. And I decided I was not going to teach until I gained admission to a college of education, training to be a teacher.
Obviously.
After everybody knew that. I used to say it like I was saying it for my first 2 years that I'm here by mistake. I'm here by mistake. Until I met
For the first 2 years, out of how many years?
Out of 3 years.
You were saying you were there by mistake.
I was there by mistake.
Okay.
So I met a friend. Her name is Kendo Mosayo, and she's my best friend. She just told me that I said, "What do you want to become?" Because I want to be a lawyer, but I'm here studying English. What do you want to become? She said she wanted to become a lecturer. I'm like, did you say that?
Are you serious? Are you
Yes.
really serious right now?
Yeah, I was like, and then she was not the only one. Another friend of mine, Heike, was like, he also wants to become a lecturer. And I'm like, wait, I think there's
So
something
people are
to
really
this.
doing this thing.
Yes.
It's not by mistake.
Like, it's not by mistake. And I was like, okay, I know, okay, teaching is not that bad. For this person that I respect a lot to want to become a lecturer, no, I think there should be something to it. But I still did not, I was like, no, maybe it's not just my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember after my exam, my last final paper as a graduate, so my lecturer, I was already close to him by that time, the HOD of the department, Mr. Okoye. He just, while I was walking out of the exam hall, it was invigilating, he just called me. He calls me Maverick.
Okay, Maverick. Is that Maverick?
Yes, instead of Maverick, he says Maverick. And then he just shouted, Maverick, come here. And I came, was like, sir, I was like, what do you want to do after this? I did not know when he came up from my mouth. I said, maybe I'll just teach. Because I had taught in a teaching practice, during my teaching practice, and I taught literature and I loved it. I just knew that. I love putting knowledge in a blank slate. And I see the mind, a young, teachable mind as a blank slate that needs to be filled.
Yeah.
So I love playing that role. When I taught English and literature for the 6 months of my teaching practice, I knew that, no, I want to do this again. So I just told him, I'll give teaching a try. And just started laughing at me because he had known that I did not want to teach.
Yeah.
So I decided to give teaching a try, and I applied in a few schools. Even there was a particular school that gave me a job to teach, but it was in a primary school. I took a less paying job because I wanted to teach literature. So I went for it, and that I started teaching in 2019.
Wow. That's impressive. So now you found yourself here, and where did you see your dream as a lawyer?
Yes.
Is it still coming into place, or that's by the way?
No. Now, somebody asked me recently, I think I had a discussion with one of my classmates presently, and I was telling him that I'm glad that I am not a lawyer. I'm very glad, because now studying law is not being Jesus. Like, I know I love reading books a lot, but not when I'm compelled to.
Yeah.
It just kills the whole vibe, and then I would not have time for other things
that you are really doing right now. You might just be focused on being a lawyer and just want to study to get that tip.
Exactly.
So being a teacher right now, how do you think that AI, everything is becoming technological age, AI, everything. How do you think AI is coming into place? What role do you think AI is playing as an educator?
Okay. I just feel no matter how advanced technology becomes, it cannot exceed the role of an assistant.
Okay.
So,
assistant.
Yes.
Okay.
Most of the time, like deep research when I mean research now, I do not mean googling or
yes.
I mean going to libraries, doing physical research work. AI has made everything easier. With the use of technology, with the introduction of technology into the education sector, things have become actually easier. Even currently in the primary school I teach, Lagos State, we use the Excel tabs. So I don't write lesson notes anymore. Lesson notes was one of the things that discouraged me from teaching. But I don't have to write lesson notes anymore. I just bring on my tab, study what I'm supposed to teach tomorrow.
Okay.
And then go to the class.
Okay, so you already have what you're meant to.
Yes.
Okay. Just that's provided by Lagos State government, right?
Yes.
You know what you're meant to do. You're just meant to study ahead, then come to class. That's impressive, really.
Yes. So that's like I really love.
So one of your fears of becoming a teacher and writing lessons has actually been alleviated.
Actually, so it was just like it just technically just made it go away, and I'm glad about that. So, but I feel even a robot cannot just come and teach a human how to. There are different levels of all learners are not the same.
Yes, definitely.
So I feel no matter how advanced technology becomes, it's just an assistant to a human being.
You cannot take
It
the
can never take the
place.
place of a
Thank you
human
so much
being.
for that, because I've heard a lot of technology is coming to take people's job.
Ah,
Oh,
no.
yeah, it's coming to do this, yeah, it's coming to do that. And people are really, really scared. Personally, I
I
think people should be
get.
scared, because some people are, should I say mediocre right now, because
Exactly.
they just want to fit whatever it is the AI is giving them. They don't want to
Exactly. Don't want
go
to.
extra mile. They don't want to cross check. They don't want to do any other thing.
Yes,
We
that's
can be
true.
lazy. Humans can be lazy.
Yes, they can.
Yeah,
So
they can
even
be
if
lazy.
this fear of technology coming to take over things actually should actually push them to do more, because even if technology does not come to take over, if you are not updated, if as a person you don't upgrade yourself,
So
you become
definitely.
useless.
Yes, yes.
That's just it. So in every aspect of life, you have to keep updating yourself.
Yourself.
That's why they say learning never stops
Yeah,
unless you
learning
start
never
dying.
stops.
So that's just it.
Yeah, so now that brings me, because I said we're going to explore every aspect of you right now. So you talked
Okay.
about chess.
Yes, I
Yeah.
did.
So how did you come about chess? What really motivated you into chess? Because I'm speaking for myself right now. I don't know if I'm speaking the mind of some other people watching the show right now. Because I think I've heard about chess just a few times until Tunde Oluwakoya came in, and you started hearing,
Yes, yes,
chess,
yes.
this, chess, that, chess. But prior to that, what people know is football, basketball, all those kind of games
True
now.
that.
So how did you come about chess? How did you become someone who plays chess and teaches chess?
Well, like I said, I have a very curious mind. I just see something, I want to know what is this. So I think in one of the books I've been reading growing up, I came across a chess game. I came across some other games that I still don't have not learned how to play, like Go. It's just like a
Yeah, I've learned.
chess
I've seen. I
board,
think
but
I
then
saw
it's
Go in the
weird.
movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
that game very weird. All the things are the same, it's like drafts. I don't
Yes.
understand. So, I saw chess in 2017 in my school. I went to visit some of my friends, and the two guys were playing chess. And I was like, what is this? He said chess. I was like, okay, can you teach me? He said girls don't play chess. And I'm
Wow.
like, in this century, like, are you
So
serious
that's
right now?
something that girls don't do right now.
Yeah.
Some people still have
I'm
that
like,
mentality.
yes,
So those
I'm like,
guys said that.
Yes. So I was just like, really, girls don't play chess. Then, if because of that, like, something my mother knows, you want to give me a reason not to do something,
Just
please
tell.
don't mention my gender. The moment you mention my gender, my
You
head,
want to do it.
I'm going to that thing and come to you to say I've done it. So what happened?
What do you want to do?
So that's what the thing. So even say girls don't play chess, I knew I was going to learn this thing. I just knew I was going to do that. So I met one of my friends, IK, I mentioned him earlier,
Yeah.
and I told him I need to learn how to play this game. And then he started teaching me the moves in 2019. Just told me the name of each pieces and the moves. And on the spot, I got migraine. Like, I am not exaggerating. I had migraine. It was in the ninth. I said, I'm not going to do this again. Thank you very much. Maybe later in life.
So you really did not want to do it after?
It was. I knew I was going to learn it, but I was like, for now, just stay. Let me focus on other things. So, because it was amazing. It was exciting, but at the same time, it was strenuous and it felt like math. And I do not like math.
I understand.
I do not like math. So the moment I was like, okay, this thing is looking too much like mathematics. No, I'm not interested. Funny enough that now that I teach, I use mathematical symbols to teach my kids the moves, the way each piece is moved. But anyways, I stopped playing chess in 2017 after learning how each piece moves until 2019. I met a student of mine. He's a very intelligent boy. And I saw this booklet with him on how to play chess. I just borrowed it. Please, I need to learn again. So
that like spurred your interest
you
again into
ignited
saying.
it again, and then I just started learning how to play chess. I played through 2019 to 2019 to 2020 sporadically, not often, because I don't even see people that play chess. Do you play chess? No. Do you play chess?
No. So
I don't think I even met a girl until this year that plays chess. Most of them are just guys. And then somebody recommended me for. Okay, I think that's when I met a girl. Somebody recommended me last year. No, last year in 2021.
2021. Okay, that's like 3 years ago. Or
Yes,
so.
one of my bosses recommended me to go and play for Lagos State, in the chess tournaments for Lagos State staffs, and I was like, I don't know how to play chess. He said you are seeing it on my status. I'm like, I just
and
put
you
it there
do
because I
post
like
it.
it.
Okay.
I just like it. I don't know how to play chess. So I was like, well, I've already put your name there. Just
You don't have a choice.
exactly.
Just show up.
So I started learning, and then the preliminary stages I came out first. I was ginger.
Like, okay, I can do this. I think I can do this.
Until I went to the final stage of the competition, and I came out 7th.
Wow.
I was devastated. Like, how
You
how-
were
Yes,
you
I
were
was.
devastated, really?
I was like, if I'm going to fail, I should not try it. That's actually bad, but I would rather do something with the goal. I must succeed at this and I want to.
So said,
But then I
yes.
was like, there is the next year and I'm going to go. And I've been going. I think, okay, last 2 years ago, my tragedy occurred and I couldn't go. So this year, I've gone again. I won the preliminary stage. I
Yeah.
came first again. I'm very, very excited for August. Because
Okay,
this time
August is
around,
when you are going to.
Yes.
We can't wait to hear the news of when you just. So you can just come and celebrate it for us here in
Yeah.
the office at the Gist. Yeah. So thank you very much. Okay, you mentioned earlier that you also run an NGO. You co-founded an NGO. What does your
Yes.
NGO do?
We look at the less privileged. Right now, we are open to expand, but right now we are focusing on children.
Because I wanted to say that less privileged. Almost 80% of Nigerians
Yes,
are
they're less privileged.
Don't go there.
Actually, yes.
Don't go there.
Actually, we are really we are open to. No, we are open. We are open.
Because with the economy right now, if you are rich, you are rich.
Yes,
If you are not rich,
you are not rich.
you are not rich.
You are a less privileged person. Actually, because we are open to visit the elderly homes, the prisons, just everywhere that is not just orphanages. But right now we are focusing on children, not just orphanages too. The last outing we went to Roshoki and just gathered the people in the slum community, and then we fed over 100 children. That
Wow.
was like our milestone yet. So we are hoping to do better this year. July, August, this month or next month, we are having our next outing.
Outreach.
Yes.
Yeah, so how did you come about this NGO? Has it been something that has been on your mind for a while? Maybe like as a child, you've always watched this, oh, I want to do this. Or something you just picked up on the way, or something someone like just dropped in your mind and you just nurtured?
The answer to this is another very weird fact.
I'm in for it.
So, well, you understand how my mother was calling me Maverick so growing up, I wanted to adopt a lot of children.
You wanted to adopt
Yes.
children, yeah.
I'm someone that loves traveling. So my goal was to travel to China and adopt a child home. Travel to Italy, adopt a child from different races all over the world. And then all of us bear a singular surname.
I think you watched a lot of movies
No, that's
movies
the
growing
thing,
up.
no, I did not.
So how did you come about all these ideas? Like as a child, you
I
just
don't
came,
know,
you
it
just thought about
came.
it.
I did not watch TV. I don't know. That's the reason why I'm more engrossed in now. Right now, I just like buying books without reading them. I'm more into movies because I did not get to mention any SpongeBob. I never watched it.
Yeah, I get it.
Nickelodeon, I don't know what it is. It's just growing up that I was just even the Super Story, whatever.
That
I
people
did
do
not
talk about. You did not
when the
watch
TV is
them.
on. Oh yeah, this is Super Story. At the end of the day, either never takes light or go and read your book. That's how it is. I never watched TV growing up. Like I never even sat down to watch TV. And at the moment where there was even chance to watch TV,
You were no longer
I
interested.
was not interested.
Yeah.
So that's just it with me and TVs. So it was not movies. I do not know where these ideas are just coming from, but I just knew that I wanted my house to have over 100 children from different races, and all of us are being one Yoruba surname. It's going to be very, very unique, and that was my plan. So, but I used to say it that anybody I'm going to marry, if you cannot agree to that, we are not going to get married.
How did your mom see that? Because I know the African Yoruba parent
Like seriously. So she was just like, we are going to I'm going to outgrow it. She was like, I'm going to outgrow it. So most of my childhood ideas and everything, she was just like, I will agree. And yeah, I guess I kind of agree. But I think it was in 23 years ago, 2021, I decided to pen down my goals I knew that okay, even if I cannot
achieve everything. Yes.
I'm somebody that I'm very, very emotional. I'm very emotional. You can tell me that something happened to you and I start crying on the spot.
On your behalf, like
I cry a whole lot. And then that's another reason why I do not like TV was most of the time TV just on channels news. Channel can give bad news like hey, Jesus Christ.
If you
they are
start
very
seeing all the
serious.
bad things in the
You will
world.
not see movies in channel. It's just news.
How you
like
go and watch African Magic Yoruba if you want to watch movies. Don't
yes,
go
now.
to channel.
And then I just stand in front of the TV and I'm crying. because I cannot help any of those people there.
Kids, yeah.
Now I'm like, was I stupid or I don't care. I
What you
cannot
now
help
do if
everybody.
you're watching Al Jazeera, all those ones, it
Jesus
would have been
Christ.
worse actually.
It was just even because of that, I have to stay away from people. I do not mingle. I don't have friends because I hear about your tragedy. It becomes my own. So it's just that bad. So growing up, I knew that okay, I was starting to understand that I cannot help everybody. So the little I can do, I need to start doing it as soon as possible. So that
Not
by the
until
time,
you have 1 billion somewhere
exactly.
before
I'm
you.
not a rich kid. So it's not until I have money before I can start helping. So I tried to pen down everything what I want my NGO to do. And then a friend of mine, Paul, in Unilag too, he's also an undergraduate. He reached out to me and was telling me that he prayed about it and was led to me that he also needs to start an NGO. So we decided to merge and we co-founded Rafa Foundations.
Okay.
And we're still trying, but then God has been using it, and I give God all the glory for that.
Okay, so what has been you mentioned that your milestone yet was feeding over
100
800.
children, yeah.
So what you basically do is go to orphanages,
Yes.
children.
Yes.
Why did you focus on children? Is it born out of your passion for, okay, I'm a teacher, I think I love kids and I want to do more for children?
I feel okay, let me use a quote I heard from someone. All of us in this life, even the person that is 100 years old,
You're a child in God's sense,
and
right?
wait, the person that is 100 years old and the person that is a baby right now, all of us in the next 100 years, all of us will have passed away.
Yes.
All
Definitely.
of us. Another generation will be there. So we are classmates in a sense.
I love that. I love that.
So it is what those people that have gone, what they left behind is what we are doing. What we are seeing.
What we are
You get it now?
referencing.
So the upcoming children, they are also going to leave things behind. I have to do my own part in making them leave something substantial. They don't just roam the earth at it's like one football field, just play and then move on to the next match. No, I feel we have to make impact. So I feel kids are very, very impressionable. If you're living in a state whereby nobody cares for you, nobody comes to you, you are just in your own dark world, nobody talks to you, because my NGO also actually we talk to children. We don't just come give them what they want
and just
leave.
leave them.
No.
Yes.
We talk to them. We try to get what it is they are going through and try to provide solutions to it. So most of the time, when a child is feeling like, okay, there is somebody out there that cares,
They can talk to.
yes, they tend to become. They are very very talented young kids out there, and they don't even know they are until
They don't know who they are. Yes.
Exactly, they don't know until somebody just lights a match, and then the flame is ignited.
Spark, yeah.
That's just it. So we just try to ignite as many flames as possible, so that at the end of the day we live in a better world. That's why we focus on kids more, because they are impressionable.
I love that. So considering everything that you do, bringing all this together, and considering the fact that you actually have begun, you're almost done another journey, saying you want to further your education.
Yeah.
How do you get to balance everything? Because I know it can be overwhelming, right?
Yes.
How do you get to balance everything?
It is. See, it is well. It is well, though. It is well. Like I said, okay, I've not said this, but I don't like stress. I do not like.
So it's soft
I
girl
don't like.
era.
I'm not even made for stress at all. God made me and said this particular lady is not for stress. But then I go through stress every day. So that's
If you're in Lagos, you have to go through stress.
exactly.
in Lagos.
Like somebody said, everybody in Lagos is rushing. You are rushing. You are rushing home. You are rushing to work. You are rushing somewhere. But the thing is that with me, I decide to I don't think I should be saying this here, but even if it is for my mental health, I will skip class and go and sleep in my house. At least let me just rest for these 3 hours.
Yes.
I started a new hobby, swimming, because I noticed that I started for 2 reasons. I'm very scared of heights, but with my diving lessons, I'm better at that. And also, when I'm in the water, I just see
Everything
I'm in another
else.
world. Water is another world.
Everything else.
Everything has just gone. So because of that, writing used to be my hobby, but now writing is a job.
Yeah,
I cannot
you've
run
started as a
into
job.
writing anymore.
Yes.
So I have to like create something that is just purely for fun. Chess used to be a hobby. Chess is no longer a hobby. I have to just that was why I decided to go into swimming, so that I knew that this is just for fun. Sometimes I can spend a whole day in the pool on a Saturday. I can just pick Saturday or Sunday and decide to just go and swim. So I try to, and then I surround myself with fun people. Even if you are stressed or you are going through stress, if you are around people that are supportive,
Yes,
that
you
are
would not really.
intelligent, seriously, it's just, they are very, very amazing people. I'm thinking of a particular person. I'm not allowed to mention names.
Definitely you can.
Thank
Because
you very much. I want to give a shout out.
go ahead, please.
Okay. One person that has been like, even this week is an example. I have work regarding teaching. He's not a teacher, he's an engineer. His name is Dimladi Jegede. He's an engineer, and I just call him, please do this for me, and he just does it. Like,
It's everything. Some of things
if
you
I
need
have
to do.
100 maybe to do items, if I give him 50, he's going to do it, and I'm not paying him a dime. So I really, really thank God for people like that in my life, because they help me. They don't leave me to carry the whole weight alone. Even the NGO that is not really involved in it, he's involved. So far, I am involved in it, he's involved in it. And I'm really, really grateful for people like that. My mom, too. I can just call her, and she's just there. She's supportive.
Just in someone to just talk to, and it's even something. Yeah.
So those people around me, they help alleviate the stress. I don't really feel all that stress, except if I've not spoken to them that day. That's
So,
when the whole weight just settles in.
So one last question before we leave. So what's that one advice that someone has given to you that has just kept you going, or that advice that that just keeps ringing in your head that one person has given you?
Okay, actually, there's this advice that's coming to my mind. Person told me that, because I'm someone that once something stresses me out, I just want to stop it. Just like I wanted to do with chess in the first place. And told me that if I keep running from something, I cannot run away from everything.
Some will just catch up with you later.
Yes. So just standing up to whatever challenges I have and facing it, it's already behind me. I've moved on.
Moved on.
So it's just like a mountain I have to climb. So I should not run from it. I should overcome it. So that advice has like really, really made me just keep going when I do not want to keep going.
So before I close the show, let's play a quick game.
Wow.
Let's play a quick game. Yeah, so let's do a brief state and capital.
Jesus Christ, please don't do that.
Yes, we are doing that.
Do that.
So you're skipping some states.
Oh my God.
You're skipping some states, and
oh
I'll give you the states and give me the capital.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Now 1, 2, 3,
It
go.
is an embarrassment game. What's the name?
For the audience, watch out.
Jesus Christ. No.
Abia.
Oh my God.
Abia.
Umaya.
Adamawa.
Yola.
Oshun.
Wait. I have to start again from the beginning.
Ondo.
Maybe Oshun is Oshogbo, right?
I don't know. Zamfara.
Lafia.
Okay. Yobe.
Yobe. Is that correct?
Okay, mini money mo. Say it 5 times. Mini money mo. 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 I've said mine 5 times.
Jesus.
Your turn.
Mini money more. Mini money more. Mini money more. Mini money more. Mini money more.
Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Don't forget, Starspod is your window into the life of young ones, where we bring incredible, amazing young people your way. They tell you about their struggles, how they've started, where they are going, what you should be looking out for, and all of that. Till I come your way, I remain Temitope Karim, your humble host of Starspod. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with someone else. Bye.